Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G on back again on EGTV with another video. Hope everybody is well. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today on this wonderful Thursday night, I was just watching AFCON, obviously Cameroon versus Egypt. But you know what? Shout out to everybody. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. I just want to say shout out to every single one of you guys who've been subscribed to the channel, supporting the channel, watching the channel, giving me feedback on what I should do, liking the videos, everything you guys do. Honestly, mad support on Twitter, hit 3,000 subscribers, on TikTok, about to get 1,000 subscribers. You know what? You guys have been absolutely great. But on the Arsenal side of things, let's get on to it because we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking about William Saliba today. We're going to be talking about Arsenal possibly getting a war chest of 180 million. We're going to talk about Ruben Neves. Obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Isak. You guys are obviously saying, why are we still talking about transfers? You know what? Transfer is something all year round. You don't just talk about it one time and one time only during the window. Also, we're going to talk about Ruben Neves. We're going to talk about AUBAMEYANG taking a sly dig at Arteta. We're gonna get into Paulo Dybala and Fabian Ruiz being linked to Arsenal, and finally, Bukayo Saka is also linked to Manchester City. What? Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, but let's get into it. Just before we get into it, hope everybody's well. Shout out to every single one of you guys in the comment section. So, Hall, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you been?
I'm good.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Nice to hear. Yo, bro, chat to me, man. How's everything with you, man? Long time. Just about to get into just getting this stuff sorted out right now. But yeah, everyone in the comment section, let me know if you guys think Arsenal are going to spend big. There's a poll in the comment section right now and on the community. Will Arsenal spend big in the summer? If you guys think Arsenal will spend big, say yes. If you don't think they're going to spend big and you think this is just PR, let me know in the comment section also, because we're going to get into this as we go, as we always do, right? So, first things first, shout out to you. But yeah, we got to get straight into the stories, right? I don't have much time. I only have an hour. So we're going to get straight into it. First, let's talk about William Saliba. So if you guys know, William Saliba, Arsenal player who's been on loan in France 2 successive seasons, is now being linked to a move to West Ham, but also reports coming that Arsenal are planning to hand William Saliba a new contract. 1 second, Sahal, I'm just going to mute you for a second. Arsenal are planning to hand William Saliba a new contract. According to The Athletic, they are keen to offer William Saliba a new contract before this summer ends. So they're planning to give William Saliba a new contract. This is really good news in my opinion. William Saliba is a very, very good prospect, very, very highly touted Arsenal prospect who has been in the ranks for over a couple of years now, but he didn't really get too many opportunities in the first team. You know what I mean? So the fact that we're looking to give him a new contract is really good. I think we should be looking to give him a new contract. I think this is a no-brainer that you're going to be giving him a new contract, and always thought he was going to get a new contract eventually. So you know what? This is good news that this is coming out right now. And as reported by The Athletic, as we know, are very reliable, and they're saying that we're going to possibly be giving him a new contract. But yeah, shout out to everybody watching right now. We got 13 people in the chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to call in, you can click the link in the chat to call in. So Hall, what do you think? William Saliba, you think we're going to give him a new contract?
No, I think honestly, I think he's gone this summer. He's gone. Why would he stay? No reason. He has no reason to stay. We gave him the leverage for no reason. I think after this year, got 1 year or 2 years left, maybe. One or two is one or the other. But what if you're Saliba? Why would you sign a contract? Arteta has not given him a look, a chance, or anything. Well, if you're Saliba, why would you stay?
Let me tell you why you'd stay, because you've been given. He's even said that it humbled him going on these 2 loans, and also it got him closer to France, where he can develop his game a little bit more. And they offered him loans within the UK, which he turned down. So you know what? At this point in time, if we're going to give William Saliba a new contract, that's a no-brainer. I think the club has to give him a new contract. But will he accept the new contract? Is a different story.
Saliba side. I'm saying Saliba. Why would, if you're Saliba, this summer, every single major European club are going to be looking at you. Every single major European side looking at you.
Okay.
You're at Arsenal.
Yep.
They just bought Ben White.
Okay.
You're already saying, wait a minute, you are not good enough. Arteta, I don't know, his relationship with Arteta, that's always been a question mark. Big question mark. If you're him, if I'm Saliba, I'm sorry, Igal. I love Arsenal, but if I'm Saliba, I listen to the offers. We should have done this. If we were a clever club, a smart club, we should have said, yo, Saliba, if you want to go to France, if you want to go back on loan, that's all right. But you have to sign a new contract extension before you leave. We should have done that. But now he has all the leverage. We got zero leverage, and there's no reason why he wants to stay. He can play at Real Madrid. He can play at any club in the world would love to have Saliba. He's one of the young talent at centre-back.
But you think it would be a bad idea for Saliba himself to sign a new contract at Arsenal?
It'd be a terrible idea. Why would he? Why?
Okay, let me explain to you why Saliba. First things first, we have to understand Saliba is very, very young. Saliba is very, very young. And for a center back, his age of 20 years old is very, very young. This season, he's gotten 21 games in Ligue 1. If he was at Arsenal, he would not be playing 21 games. He would be playing maybe 5, 10 games where he would start at best. And even though we do think, some people do think he's better than Ben White, or he might be better than this player or that player, realistically speaking, Arsenal Football Club gave him an opportunity to develop, go out, master his craft, and come back to be a starter, or at least be a big part of the club going forward. At 20 years old, he still has a long way to go. If he moves right now, yes, maybe he'll start at whichever club he goes to, or maybe he'll be on the bench. It doesn't mean just because he'll move, he'll get a better situation. I really do think it's best for him to sign a new contract. And if he still wants to be sold, he can still be sold, and the club benefits. I'm looking at it from an Arsenal point of view. It's a no-brainer to give him a new contract. And from a Saliba point of view, I really do think it's a no-brainer for him to sign a new contract. First of all, Marseille have a transfer ban, so they can't even buy him, even if they wanted to. And when it comes down to it, the player is still 20 years old, Sahal. 20 years old, you're very young. You still have a long way to go in the game. And you know what? I really do believe he's still a big, big part of Arsenal's future.
I disagree. I think Saliba, I don't know if Saliba, I think he would love to go to PSG. There's so many clubs.
We got a comment here saying he will stay if Arteta leaves. Listen, Saliba knows he will get chances at Arsenal.
Holding doesn't get chances.
He's going to replace Holding. He's going to replace Holding in my opinion.
Wait. You said he will get chances, right? But our backup centre backs have not been getting chances anyways. That's why he's been leaving.
How many games did Holding play this season so far? In the league?
Not that many.
Let me check.
Rob Holding has been injured.
Rob Holding has played a total of 11 games this season for Arsenal. When you think about the League Cup games plus the FA Cup game, he's played 12 games total. Saliba played 21 games in the league in Ligue 1. So you're telling me it would have been a good idea to keep him just to play a bit part here and there? No, I think it's a good idea that we got rid of him.
I think it was a good idea to loan him. The bad idea was loan him without the deal.
I agree there. I agree there. That's why they're trying to get the deal done now. But hey, guys watching back on the playback, let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good idea for Arsenal to give him a new contract? I think it's a no-brainer for us to give him a new contract. But the question is, will he sign that contract? Will he sign that contract? That is a question I have to ask myself. Will he sign that contract? Will he actually stay at Arsenal? That is a question we have to ask ourselves. So let's ask ourselves that question as we move on away from this topic. There is a bigger topic to be discussed today. Of course, all yesterday, you heard the reports come out of the Sun that Arsenal are trying to go big in the summer, very big in the summer. And the rumor has it that Arsenal are going to splash the cash on a 180 million pound war chest in the summer. So let me tell you guys what the reports say. Ruben Neves, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Isak for a total of 180 million, a triple signing where Arsenal will spend 180 million in the summer, as reported by the Sun. The Gunners are looking to sign Ruben Neves from Wolves. They're trying to sign Isak over from Spain and Dominic Calvert-Lewin from Everton this summer. Stan Kroenke has given the green light to Mikel Arteta, Edu, and the board to go ahead and sanction major signings and get some major surgery done in the summer. Now, my question to you guys is in the comment section, if you can tell me what you guys think. Do you think Arsenal will be spending this type of money in the summer, or do you think this is a PR move? In my opinion, I think it's a no-brainer that we're going to have to bring in a striker since Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah are going to be, contracts are going to be running down. We're only going to have Balogun and a couple more academy players. And the situation with the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang did go salty. He did end up moving on to Barcelona. And now we have to go out and get talent. Now, Ruben Neves is the first person that we're going to be speaking about. But let's just before we go into the three different players, let's talk about this. Do you think Arsenal will be spending this type of money? Let me know in the comment section. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you think Arsenal will be spending that type of money. And while you're here, that we got 22 people in the chat, smash that like button, guys. Let's get more traffic into the video. And also give me your comments on what you guys think about this story. And also, let's try to get at least 100 likes on today's video. But yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down. Do you think this is an honest story, or do you think it could just be a little bit of fake news? Let me know what you think. But Sahal, I'll start with you first. What do you think about this story? Do you think Arsenal will be splashing the cash? Do you think Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Ruben Neves, Isak transfer strategy is a good idea? We're going to get into that in a second. But before we do that, do you think Arsenal will spend 180 million this summer? And we will spend big this summer.
Yeah, Igal. It sounds negative, but Igal, we need more than 180 million. We need way more than that. I think double 180, and we'd be almost there. We need major surgery. We got about 8 players leaving, 8 players gone, end of the season. Okay, you can argue about the importance of the squad, how good they are. It doesn't matter. We need them to replace. The squad is thin as it is right now. We said we need about 2 players, right? Yeah. I think we need about 7 players. And probably less. 5 is probably minimum. 5, that's like minimum. Okay. That's not good enough. That's not even close what we need. And I know we're going to talk about the striker situation, the midfield situation, but I don't think 180 is even close. I think 200, almost 300 million. That's how much we need to spend.
Okay, so what you have to look at it is, if you include last summer plus this summer, we've already spent around almost 220. So another 180 will bring us almost up to 400 million in spending under Mikel Arteta's time. But let's get into Ruben Neves quickly. Ruben Neves, is he that big of an upgrade on Granit Xhaka? Ruben Neves for what rumored price of, what was it? A rumored price of 45 million. At tops, like the most expensive that we'd pay for him is 45 million. I've heard prices of even 30 million. Would you guys take Ruben Neves at Arsenal? Because I would take Ruben Neves. I think Ruben Neves would definitely be an upgrade on Granit Xhaka. I think Ruben Neves would be a tidy midfielder, and he's still 24 years old. He's still very, very young with a lot of room to grow. I think this would be a really good signing for Arsenal. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So, Hall, what do you think? Ruben Neves to Arsenal.
Bro, I'll take him over a heartbeat over Granit Xhaka. But the question is, depends what formation Arteta plays. If he plays with a double pivot, yes. If he wants to convert the system into a 4-3-3, then I don't think I don't think he's a 6. I don't think he's an 8. He's more of a player like Granit Xhaka. He has to play. I never seen him in playing number 8. Playing a solo pivot, I don't think he can do that. So if it's for the double pivot, yes. Single pivot, I'll say we can probably get someone that's a little bit better. That's a proper DM, a solo pivot. If he converts into a 4-3-3, I think we need a bit of both. By the way, I think we need both systems.
Let me
So in
just
case
read this
one doesn't
comment.
work, we try the other one.
Let me just read this some comments right here. Nobody's gonna come to Arsenal without Champions League football. Be realistic, Eagle. I really do think realistically we can get players even without Champions League football. It's just we need to recruit the right players that are hungry, that are willing to fight, and are not just gonna rest on their laurels. We are not getting nobody. We're not getting nobody. 80 million ain't FIFA. 180 million ain't FIFA. Yes, Neves is 100% better than Xhaka. Great passer. Proper and a proper goal threat. Interesting takes right there. I like that. But yeah, moving away from him, the next topic is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Obviously, is another guy that we're linked to. Some people are saying they don't want Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Some people are saying Dominic Calvert-Lewin is not the striker that they want at Arsenal. What would you say? Would you take Dominic Calvert-Lewin? And I think he's a good striker. I think he would definitely be an upgrade on Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah, of course. But are we just looking for an upgrade, or are we looking for the next best thing? Because that is kind of what I want. I want the next best thing. But is Dominic Calvert-Lewin the next best thing? Like I'm not 100% sold on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Although I can see the game plan, I can see the aerial threat, I can see the a little bit of the link up play, I can see what he can bring to the table, but I don't know. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, guys, let me know what you guys think. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you've watched him. He's in the Premier League. He plays for Everton. Is he good enough for Arsenal? We have one comment here saying, listen, forget about Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal. Never forget his heart at Wolves. Neves forgot his heart at Wolves. Okay. Forget Neves. Big up Mike Kopish. Big up Mike. Smash the like button, people. Liverpool fan right there saying his thing. He's a rebound striker. What? What's a rebound striker? Someone who just gets it off the post. Go ahead, Sahal. What do you think about Dominic Calvert-Lewin?
Yeah, I look. The striker situation is going to be a hard one, right? It depends what Arteta wants and these guys want. It looked like Dusan was the number one option. Maybe they believe they could get Dusan. I don't know. You'll never know, really, for sure. DCL, I don't think he'd be that. He would be an upgrade, but with the price tag and the English tax, that's probably going to be included into that. Some hard discussions need to be taken with him and Isak, or do we go another route? Of course, I would take him. I think he would improve us. But then again, the Arteta and Edu, I don't know. You see what they do in it, because I would take both, but they would both massively improve aspects to our game. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be a hard one with DCL, especially because Everton look like they're in a bad situation. I don't know how we're gonna get him. 60 million seems a bit short for me. Why would Everton sell him for 60 million only? No way. They're gonna sell him. They're gonna try to get more 100 million at least. I don't know, man.
I hear that. Just before we move on, we got Skills in the house. Big up Skills. We got Guapo joining us also. Guapo, would you take Dominic Calvert-Lewin?
Oh, that's it's a sticky one, car. He's good at headering, but I think he's suspect his overall play in it, like with his feet and that. So I don't know about it yet.
Okay. Thank you, Hassan, for that. Thank you, guys. Yes, we did hit 10,000 subscribers. So shout out to everybody for all the massive support on the channel. Really, really do appreciate it. Let's move on from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We're now going to move straight into Isak. If you guys haven't seen this report about Isak, it says the striker's release clause has been deemed to be over his true valuation and therefore not triggered. This is why Arsenal did not activate Alexander Isak's release clause in the January window. Now, if we didn't value him at 75 million in the January window where we need a striker, what makes you think we're going to go in for him in the summer for the same price? I think we're going to try to haggle and try to get him for a lower price. I think Isak is absolute baller, but I don't know if Arsenal value him at the level that we value him as a fan base. I think at this point in time, the club do not want to have another Nicolas Pepe situation. They are trying to avoid that. And that's why they went with Isak. That's why they chose not to go for Isak. Even though we're desperate for a striker, they decided not to go for Isak.
That's the weird thing about this year is the fact is the club apparently still want him, but they said that he's too expensive. But the fact is, if they do want to get him, they're still gonna have to pay the release cost regardless. You get? So I
think it's almost like a situation where you've seen how Liverpool, you know how Liverpool said Spurs lowered the price for Luis Diaz, and that's why they got him. It's going to be a similar situation, in my opinion. But would you take?
The difference is, Spanish clubs are notorious not to lower the price because of the release clause, because they got a release clause for a reason. They got that rule there for a reason, so they can make the maximum amount of money. They hardly sell the players for less. So for me, this makes absolutely no sense. It could happen, but I highly doubt. Why would we get Isak for the same amount of money when we rejected him because he was too expensive and his goal output? That's probably the reason why we said no. His goal output ain't good enough. It's 12 months later. That doesn't change much, does it? Unless he goes on the most historic run of goal scoring. His goal scoring is worse than DCL and Jonathan David. So I just don't understand.
But the thing is, if you guys realize the way we're playing, we don't want a traditional striker that gets all the goals.
I know.
We kind of want somebody
but that's the reason,
a modern striker.
Think about it. What's the reason that we, except for the price, right? What was the other reason that was put on? The goals, because others kicked out for the goals, right? If you look at Isak's goal scoring record, right, it's not very great, really. Great is not even a word. Because
I agree. I think his best season.
Let me just stop you guys there, and let me just bring it back to the main story, since Guapo missed it. Guapo, the main story was Arsenal are now going to spend 180 million in the summer window. Apparently they're going to spend 75, 60, and 45 on these three players, which sounds ridiculous when you really think about it. But the club does need to spend a lot of money. Do you think the club hypothetically could spend up to 180 million in the summer, or do you think this is just PR to try to make us feel better about the transfer window?
You see what it is. I'm not gonna say it's PR, and I'm not gonna say it's believable, car. Until I see it, I'm not gonna really believe it. You get, but right now, but it kind of does make sense because the clear up we done this January, it suggests that we're gonna go big in the summer, so it may be true.
There you go. That's what we have to say about that. Guys, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about that. The rumors coming about how much money Arsenal are going to spend in this window and everything else. Now, Fabrizio Romano did tweet about Lacazette. I know you guys seen it. Fabrizio Romano did tweet about Lacazette. And what did he say about Lacazette? He was speaking about the Lyon president, and he specifically said, we will do our best to sign Alexander Lacazette in June. He said Lacazette is out of contract at Arsenal in June, and we always remained in contact with him, and they're going to try to sign Lacazette come June. So come June, Lacazette could leave on a free transfer, and the rumor has it that he could end up back at his old club, Lyon. Now, Lacazette leaving on a free, I'm not surprised he's leaving on a free. Him going back to Lyon, I'm not really surprised. This is a no-brainer for him, and I really don't think there's much that needs to be said on this topic. I'm just going to swiftly move past it. I think Lacazette going back to Lyon makes absolute sense. But if you're Arsenal, would you offer him a 1-year contract extension, or would you just move on and get more strikers? Because in my opinion,
I wouldn't even entertain any new deal, bro.
Same.
Move on.
What about you, Sahal?
It's time to move on, man. It's time to move on.
Oh, okay, very, very safe. Is there any other left striker shouts that you guys would take to replace Lacazette and Aubameyang?
I've been
Bro,
saying
go.
Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins in it. One of them will do the
Ooh,
job. But I'll personally swaying to Ivan Toney because he's proven in the I know it's a championship, but he's proven that he could score goals there because he's got the record for the most goals ever in a season there. And this season has proven that he can really do the Lacazette role. And I think he does the Lacazette role better than Lacazette himself. You get, as we see, he sits back onto defenders. He can link up play, and if you give him the chance, he's a clinical finisher. So I'll probably sway towards Ivan Toney a bit.
I'm thinking maybe Jonathan David, because we're not hearing much about Jonathan David, but he's delivering for Canada. He's delivering for Lyon. He has a better goal record than both Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Isak at the moment. And I think he's the highest goal scorer in France. So that's my shout. Sahal, what's yours?
Bro, I don't have a striker now, but I'm gonna say that what we should do is what they did last summer with the other players, where I think we should get a cheaper striker option, like one cheaper guy that we don't know about, young, talented, hungry, and then you buy someone like GCL to be our number one. So we got a backup option that is good enough to cover,
Yeah.
and we don't have to rely on our Bellingham. We don't have to rely on Martinelli to fill in.
Okay.
In case of injury or whatever. I think we just need to get the pairing right, because we got Oba and Laka right, as I said before.
Yep.
But the players behind them were never good enough. So get the pairing right, get those players behind them right, and we might be leading up to something there then.
Okay. So we also are linked to Fabian Ruiz. If you guys don't know who Fabian Ruiz is, he's a Spanish midfielder, plays for Napoli, absolute baller, killed the under-21s for Spain, 10 times the player of what we thought Dani Ceballos is. So let's not even compare him to Dani Ceballos. Reports are Arsenal, Liverpool, and Newcastle are all in the race to sign the Napoli midfielder. His contract is up at the end of the season, and according to Gadello della Sport over there in Italy, rumor has it is all three of our clubs are in for him. Now, if you guys don't know about the Italian midfielder, let me tell you a little bit about him. He's kind of like a box-to-box midfielder. He's very good in the attacking third, and he can go both ways. I would compare him to more of like a taller version of like a David Silva, who's really good in attack, really good on the ball, can start attacks, good on free kicks, good set piece taker. Overall, 10 times the upgrade on all of our midfielders. He would almost make Partey a DM. He would make Partey's role going forward irrelevant, and he would make Partey sit, in my opinion. The way he plays, I think he's an absolute baller of a midfielder. I think I've been screaming his name for a couple of years. When he left his last club and he went to Napoli, I honestly thought we should have gone in for Fabian Ruiz. But I think if we miss out on Fabian Ruiz and he goes to Liverpool, he'll fit right in. Any of these clubs that he goes to, Fabian Ruiz is an absolute stud of a player, and I wish we could get him. But you know what? I don't know if we're going to be able to get him. He is someone who came from the Betis system. I think he was when he was younger. He might have been. Yeah, he was at Real Betis, and the main place that I seen him in the under 23s for Spain, winning gold, and I was like, yo, this guy is a kid. As a kid, I knew he was something special. Under 21s in 2019, when I seen him win that, I think he won the golden play. He was the player of the tournament in that tournament also, and he did win a trophy. He did win a cup over there with Napoli, but overall, he's not going to sign a new contract. He's 25 years old. And he's definitely 10 times the upgrade on all of our current midfielders. But he's not a DM. He is not a DM.
Yeah, but Igal, you see, I'm saying he's not a DM. If you see the midfielders we're linked to right now, they're similar profile. A Ruben Neves, a Fabian. You get that? They're all like more of a, what's it called? Tactical midfielders. You get it? Like they can pop.
He's a part of a two. He's part of a two-man midfield. He's not really ever played. The majority of the times that he plays, he's a cam. He's either a cam or a CM. You don't really see him as a DM. You don't see him as a deep line playmaker. He's not a Jorginho. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense why we're not going for an actual DM. But rumor has it A lot of clubs are linked to him. Arsenal is one of the clubs linked to him. Do you guys know enough about him? Would you take him? 50 million? That's what his price tag would be, but we would get him for a free if we buy him at the end of the season when his contract runs out.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched him, but I know his profile midfielder is, but I haven't watched him to see enough of him.
Is he a register type? No, he is not a register type. He is somebody who I would compare him. You know, he's more of like he's not really the Xhaka role. He's more of like the Kovacic role, but with more goals. Do you get what I'm saying? You know that Kovacic role where you pick up the ball and you progress the play. Whenever the ball comes to you, you're the main focal point of the attack. He would be like a Santi Cazorla replacement, really. He would be a Santi Cazorla type replacement in my eyes. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but that's what I view him as. So, Hall, what are you saying?
Yo, Igal, you know what I said? I think we need to get a proper DM because I know Partey he's playing the DM role, but I think Partey needs to be the box-to-box, and we need to get a proper 8. Once we get that, we will be cooking, Igal. You be cooking. We're gonna unleash Partey, and the defense will be better for it. And the 8 can help the attack and Partey, and we can play with multiple formations then. So it can open up a lot of things if we get a proper DM in the squad. So for me, I'm prioritizing this summer. If I was in charge, a proper DM would be my number one thing to get.
Okay. We had somebody earlier in the comments say something about Declan Rice. They basically said, forget about a striker, invest that money into Declan Rice. Would you guys spend that money on Declan Rice?
No, it's too expensive.
The Declan Rice is the problem is, would he want to come to Arsenal though? So it's not about us spending the money.
No, bro. He'd be worth. I'd rather take Kamara because he'd be worth like less than half.
As you can see here, Ian saying Declan Rice is the answer. You know what? Declan Rice, Chouameni, these type of mold of a DM is the type of player we need at Arsenal. But will we get him? That is the question. Can we attract those type of players? That is the question. But yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Now we're gonna have to get into the comments that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang made. I don't know if you guys seen this, but woo, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang took some shots, you know. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signed for Barcelona. His deal for Barcelona has been completed. Of course, they put an 84 million release clause in his deal, and also Arsenal are supposedly paying 7 million. I thought we weren't paying anything, but apparently we're paying him 7 million to let him leave. But he had some comments about Mikel Arteta. I don't know if you guys seen it. Have you guys seen it? Or let me just read it out so you guys know what he said, because what he said was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting to say the least. What he said about Arteta. He said, "My problems was only with Arteta. I can say so much. I wasn't happy. It was just he made that decision and he wasn't happy. I can't tell you more. He wasn't very happy. I was very calm. Those were difficult. That was a very difficult month for me, but this is football," Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang said. When Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang said another thing, when speaking about being exiled, his thing was, those were a difficult month. This is football. I never wanted things to go wrong, but it happened in the past, and I want to think about the future. He basically just saying, let's move on. Let's not talk about it. But he's taking some sly digs at Mikel Arteta. Of course, his time at Arsenal ended in a bad way with him and Mikel Arteta falling out. Obviously, he was the talisman for us. Obviously, he was the main guy who got us the goals, got us assists, helped us win an FA Cup off the back of his 3 goals in the semifinal and final. And you know what? I do think things went south with him and Arteta because of disciplinary reasons and other things. But at this moment in time, he can only tell us so much. Like, obviously, he's not going to give us all the details. But from what you're hearing, I think he's taking a sly dig at Arteta. I think he's saying to us, yo, Arteta is the reason why I'm not here anymore. And this is, some people would say this is a lack of self-reflection, or people don't understand the concept of leadership or something like that, and take a shot at Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for not showing enough leadership, not holding himself accountable for a lot of the things that have happened. I personally say, you know what, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I'm not going to be harsh on you. You've done well at Arsenal, but you have to look at yourself, guy. You're a leader. You're the captain of this team. You're one of the oldest people in this team. You're late for North London derbies. You're missing sitters. Your performances overall were terrible at times. And you know what? You got taken out of the team for Lacazette, who worked harder than you. And realistically, if you were still in this team, I doubt you'll play. So I understand that he's taking shots at Mikel Arteta. I understand that he said what he said. And the key thing that he said was the last month at Arsenal were very complicated. My problem was only with Arteta. That was the comment that he said that made me realize, he did not want to leave the club. But the fact is, it was him or Arteta. And of course, the club picked Arteta. And I am happy that the club picked Arteta over Aubameyang, because we would be in the exact same situation with another manager. If Aubameyang got Arteta sacked, another manager would come in and the same situation would happen, and we'd be in the same cycle over and over again. We've seen this with Chelsea. We've seen this with other clubs. I think it would be an absolute cycle. But Guapo, you're going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the thing, but I slightly agree with Aubameyang, innit? And just purely for the fact is that we can't forget Arteta come out and just literally just showed him out to the world, saying, if you remember that interview, saying he missed the squad because he's late, bad attitude, and I feel like for Aubameyang to come out and call out Arteta, I think there's nothing wrong with that, because Arteta done the same thing to him, innit? And Arteta showing him no loyalties, so why should Aubameyang show him any loyalties? Do you
think do you think Aubameyang is going to be a miss?
I'm gonna say no, based off his last few months at Arsenal, innit? Because he was missing. We can't forget he was missing open goals. He was killing games for us. So I can't really say.
You can't let your club captain run the club. You cannot let players run the club. At the end of the day, I don't support Arteta. I don't support a player. I don't support Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe more than I support the club. Arsenal is my priority. If anybody steps out of line and they're to the detriment to the club that I support, I'm going to pick the club over them. That's what it is. Say, for example, Aubameyang was being hella disrespectful and everyone would understand. But the fact that some people do not support the manager and they do not support the decisions that is done by the club, they want to continue to peddle that Aubameyang was right. In my opinion, Aubameyang was in the wrong. He was late numerous times. Arteta gave him favoritism. He let him get away with murder. But eventually, it all caught up to him, and now he has to rest on his laurels. He's going to Barcelona, and Aubameyang, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, Guapo, what do you think?
No, I agree with you 100% with the fact that Aubameyang did take the piss coming late, and obviously not taking it too seriously. But at the same time, as I said before, I don't really disagree with what he said. And because look, at the end of the day, he is a human being, innit? And look, if I was in issues, I'll do the exact same thing. If Arteta treated me wrong and basically tried to sabotage my name, saying I'm late, I'm doing this as my manager, when I leave, I'm doing the exact same thing and saying that my problem was with him, it wasn't with the club. So,
yeah, I hear that. I think one thing that I'm thankful for is the fact that, did you guys see the Twitter video recently? I'm so thankful that this wasn't around when Aubameyang was an Arsenal player, because this is crazy slander.
Yeah, I've seen that. This
is the craziest slander video I have ever seen. Look at that. Look at that. Like, it actually looks like him.
Bro, it looks like, you remember when he had that Travis Scott hair? You remember?
Travis Scott is in the building.
Imagine
if he was an Arsenal player and he was getting slandered with these kind of stuff. Oh my days!
I probably just have to hop off Twitter. I can't lie. Probably just jump off Twitter.
I would disown. I would have to leave. But the way people come up with these videos is actually hilarious. But yeah, that does look like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. You can't even lie. That does look like him. It's freaking hilarious though. But yeah, he's not an Arsenal player. I'm very thankful that didn't come out when he was an Arsenal player. But yeah, 1 second. We got Mo in the house, Man United fan. What are you saying, Mo?
How's everybody? Everyone good?
Everyone's good, man. Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
good,
what do you think about the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang situation as a rival looking in? Do you think it was the right decision the club just moved past players? Because you obviously have your own
Yeah,
situations at
yeah,
your club.
yeah. You do want to. I think it was the right decision. You do want another Mesut Ozil situation again, part 2. So, you got him at the door. That's it, done. Very good. It was very good, honestly. Because if you were not going to play him, then you don't want another Ozil situation. We knew what happened with that, with the contract, not playing him, and then Arsenal wasn't doing well. Bring back Ozil. I think Aubameyang, after he signed that big deal, it seemed like his heart was not in it, or it just maybe the money. And I think it's a new era for Arsenal Football Club, and moving him on is best for the football club and best for him as well.
Yeah, and this guy does magic to his hairline. Somehow it's back. But yeah, we keep it moving, guys. Before we keep it moving, talking about Aubameyang and everything, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The next topic, you're gonna think I'm crazy. You're gonna think I'm lying. You're gonna think this is fake news. But reports out of Italy is Arsenal have an opportunity to sign Paulo Dybala in the summer. Rumor has it that Paulo Dybala will be moving in the summer from Juventus and could be coming to the Premier League. He's been linked to the likes
I don't think that's
of
crazy.
He's been linked to the likes of Manchester United, Tottenham in the past. What do you think about Dybala to Arsenal? And we would obviously be competing
crazy.
with.
I don't think.
I know, but I'm just saying. Some people would say it is, but of course, Dybala has been linked to Tottenham before. He's been linked to Manchester United. Would you take Dybala at Arsenal? I'll start with you, Guapo. Would you take him at Arsenal?
Obviously, I'll take him at Arsenal, but the fact is, hey, listen, I'm not trusting these Italian man. For some reason, it's like they're always trying to get us down, like trying to link us with players, and then out of nowhere start saying, yeah, they don't want to come no more. You get, so it's not really. But if it's true, 100% I'll take him. You can't really decline a player of his qualities when the situation we're in. You get.
Yeah, so you're saying 100%. I think Dybala would be. I don't know where he'd play. He'd play on the left, right? In the Martinelli role.
Yeah.
What I like about Dybala is he's versatile. He can play anywhere in the front three, innit?
Interesting. People, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me tell you what the actual story says about Dybala. So Arsenal have been given a chance to sign Dybala. Arsenal have a lot of work to do in the summer transfer window, and the Gunners could see themselves in a situation looking for a second striker or a first striker. Since Lacazette, Eddie Nketiah, and Aubameyang will all be leaving this summer, Pablo Dybala, who is looking for new horizons, could be linked to Arsenal and is set for free agency come this summer. So we could get him on an absolute free. So if he's going for free, Arsenal have a lot of wages freed up. We could possibly get him. He could end up going to Tottenham. He could end up going to Manchester United. But rumor has it he is Premier League bound.
I think Arsenal for me would be the best place for him. It's a new rebuild. It's still Arsenal Football Club. It's still a big club. It's still in London. I think United. I think the United boat has sailed for him. I think Arsenal would be a good move for him. I mean, with this new rebuild going on at Arsenal, where they've moved pretty much all the big earners away now, and they start to rebuild the club. I don't think he'll go Tottenham, Miguel. I don't see him going Tottenham. I know they got Conte and whatnot, but I think Arsenal can pay those wages because they freed up a lot of wages. And Dybala at Arsenal, I feel if I was an Arsenal fan, it's quite exciting times because it's a rebuild, and all rebuilds are quite exciting because you're moving to a new era now. You've got rid of these. Aubameyang was a good. He was okay, but he wasn't the guy to take Arsenal to that next level.
Wow, Cameroon missed
the manager
2
now
penalties.
building a new team.
Bro, people right now, we got 56 people in the chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. I know the AFCON semifinals going on at the exact same time as us, and you guys are watching this channel right now, so I appreciate the love and support. Hit that like button. Pablo Dybala, for me, it's a yes, maybe. So I would say yes. Obviously, I'll take the player. How he'd fit, Arteta will have to figure that out. But let
them figure that out.
It's a low risk, high reward. Low risk, high reward. Don't you think? There's no high risk.
You're getting him on a free.
Yeah, so I'll definitely take him. Guapo, same?
Yeah, I don't think it's a low risk, high reward. I just think it's just evened out, innit? You take a risk and you probably get a high reward because he's gonna come on crazy wages, innit? So
yeah. Big up from Jamaica.
But
shout out to my guys
it would
from
cost you at
Jamaica.
least 60 million.
Skills, if Dybala joins Liverpool or Arsenal, I think he'll hope to start selling peanuts like Lukaku outside of Stamford Bridge. I'm so confused. What did that even mean? Anyways, moving on to the next topic. The next topic is a mad one. Today, rumor has it that Manchester City and Liverpool are watching Bukayo Saka hard. They're watching Bukayo Saka. They're keeping their eyes on Bukayo Saka very much so. They are focused on Bukayo Saka so much. They are focused on Bukayo Saka so much.
Gal, just to let you know, Egypt went through, innit?
Yeah, Egypt are through to the final. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
They missed 3 penalties in a row right now. Cameroon.
Let's go. Egypt are in. Egypt are in. But yo, what are we saying? Bukayo Saka to
Ballon d'Or.
Do you think Bukayo Saka to thing? Do you think Bukayo Saka
Not now, Gal.
Do you think Bukayo Saka to Man City?
Gal, maybe in a couple of years' time.
Yeah?
A couple of years' time, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with him. I think a couple of years' time, if we don't progress,
maybe.
If we don't progress with him, I think then he's gonna leave in 2 years. But now,
his head will eventually his head will turn. Like eventually, all footballers are human beings. Like I know he plays for Arsenal, he's an Arsenal fan, but if he gets to the age of how old is he? 21, 22?
He's 20.
By the time he's 24, 25, yeah, in a couple of years' time, if he's not winning anything and the vision of the club is not going forward, he might just say, you know what, we got to understand, football is a short career. It's only 10 years. Don't forget, when these guys retire, they're still young men.
Okay. So safe to say, I think Bukayo Saka personally is not going anywhere. I really do believe he's going to sign I really do believe he's going to sign a new contract. I think it makes no sense for him to leave at this moment in time. Shout out to Don1 for becoming a new member to the channel. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to Skills. Shout out to regulars. Mo Salah, Mane final. Yes, we know Mo Salah, Mane final for AFCON final. But yo, chat to me, guys. Bukayo Saka, do you think he's going to leave anywhere, especially with Liverpool and these guys monitoring him right now? I don't think he's going anywhere. I really don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to be staying. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be kicking it for another year. But 1 second, let me just go to Guapo first. Guapo, what do you think?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I don't think he's going anytime soon. But forgetting the guy's 20 years old and he's a starter at Arsenal Football Club and he's in the England team. I don't think he's going to be rushing to go anywhere right now and seek instant success. You understand? So I feel right now, I think he's going to stay put. But I don't see him going to Liverpool because I don't think Liverpool can buy him because I don't think they have the money. But I think within 2-3 years, I think he may be going City. If we don't progress in it, but most likely, I doubt it from how stuff is going right now. So,
What about you, bro? Mo?
Well, it depends. It depends how he progresses. At 20, obviously, he's not the finished article yet. It depends how he progresses. It depends all of Arsenal's situation. There's a lot of he won't go now, but there's a lot of number of factors involved as a footballer. It depends how he progresses as a footballer. It depends if he sees people winning major honors like Champions League and Premier League. Eventually, as a footballer, you want to win trophies. That's the whole point of playing football. And of course, the money is important. We all want to earn a lot of money. I get that, but he wants to put. It depends on his ambition, innit? If he wants to earn big money. And he says, you know what, I'm earning good money at Arsenal. I'm on if he earns £200,000-300,000 a week, he's the first starter for Arsenal. There's no point of leaving my boyhood club because the money I'm earning at Arsenal, I can City will pay me the same, so I might as well stay at Arsenal. It depends where if he goes, you know what, I've been here for like 2-3 years. I don't see the club progressing. We're still not playing Champions League football. I want to go to another big club and win the trophies. There's a lot of number of factors involved. It's just not just he's starting for Arsenal. It depends on him as a footballer as well.
I think at this point, I honestly expect Bukayo Saka to have links away from Arsenal, but I don't think he's going to actually leave. I don't think he's actually going to go anywhere. I think this point in time, obviously everyone's going to link him away from Arsenal, but will he actually get up and leave? I don't think so. I think he's going to stay. I think it's meant to be.
Yeah, one question. How long has he got his own contract?
What?
How long
How,
has he got
he has
on his
2 years
contract?
left. He has 2 years left
Hey,
on his
Gal,
contract.
Gal, you see, but look, it's not coincidence that the moment Arsenal are planning to, what's it called, give him a contract extension, all these talks come out, innit? So I
Yeah,
think it may just be newspaper talk.
his agent is the same agent as Eddie and Kitty and these guys. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I'm telling you right now, they know what they're doing. They're doing this on purpose. They're doing it on purpose to make sure they get the most money possible. And at the end of the day, that's what he's supposed to do. That's his job. He's supposed to try to get as much money as possible. And for Bukayo Saka, he's gonna get a good pay rise from Arsenal. He's going to be playing week in, week out. It makes no sense for him to leave at this point in time. Even for a Liverpool or Man City, the projects are just not. They're just not too far along. For the project for Arsenal has just gone so far where he is a main player in a main team in world football. There's no point for him to leave, even though it sounds crazy for me to say,
I mean,
why would you go to City? Him going to City right now would be to his detriment, in my opinion. It would not benefit him.
you know what he is?
It would not benefit him in the short term, and I really do believe it will hinder him in the long term. Is that crazy to say?
He's a good kid as well. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's got his head stuck on his shoulder. He seems like a nice, good kid, professional. The situation that's going on at my club, we got the same player like his age, but completely different situation. So I think I look at Bukayo Saka as a very good kid. He's a good professional. He's got good people around him, and he's got good advisors around him. He's got good family around him as well. That's keeping him on the right track. In our situation at our football club, we've got a generational talent who's just thrown his career away.
Do you think I'm right when I say this is something that's going to happen because of his contract situation, and realistically he's probably not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
yeah, 100%.
Really think
but Saka, but Igaldo, he was Saka though. At the end of the day, he's going to do what's best for him, and from the situation right now, just staying at Arsenal, just learning your trade, you get me, what's it called, establishing yourself as a football, as a world star, because we think as Arsenal fans you've got the potential to be one of the best in the world, you get, and obviously establishing yourself, obviously showing the world what you could do, and plus don't forget he's the England starter, bro. Being an England starter is not a small thing, you get. So right now it ain't no reason for him to leave. So
I think it's just destiny, and sometimes if a player is going to leave your club, just like Mo Salah versus Mane was inevitable, the player will leave eventually if you don't get your act right. But if we do get our act right, he could be standing there holding the league or the Champions League like Giannis was holding the NBA title, and be like, you know what, this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to do it. I know it's a dream. I know it's a long way away.
It all depends on Arsenal Football Club.
But when Bukayo Saka ends up staying and he's holding up that league title or the Champions League title, and he's saying to the people, this is how you do it. And he's looking at the guys like Van Persie, looking at the guys like what do you call it? Cesc Fabregas, and saying, this is how you do it. That's when I'm going to be happy. Right now, everyone's going to talk about him being linked away. And in 2 years' time, if we don't fix up, I'm going to be looking at him if he doesn't leave. Bukayo Saka, in 2 years' time, if you don't leave, if we're still shit, it's your issue. But if you stay, well, in our bad times, and you get us to the top, Bukayo Saka, in a couple years' time, could be spoken about in the same way as some other Arsenal greats. He could be a folk hero. It's just too early to say. But yeah.
Yeah, but Igaldo,
let's see what some of the guys are saying. Pepe.
We can't be.
Pepe?
Go ahead. At the same time, we can't be certain he's going to stay because the owners we have, if City slap down the money, bro, what's the Kroenkes are going to say?
No, but the report is Bukayo Saka is being watched by Liverpool. Bukayo Saka is being watched by City. Bukayo Saka's situation is being monitored by these clubs. Bukayo Saka's situation is being looked at by these clubs. Nobody has actually said they are prepared to make a bid. Nobody's actually said they're prepared to do this, because at this point in time, come the summer, if Liverpool have to bid for Bukayo Saka, they're going to have to bid more than what they bid for Fabian Ruiz. Luis Diaz. They're going to have to bid at least 90 to 100 mil pounds.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I don't think they have the money for that. And Manchester City, if they bid that type of money for Jack Grealish, bro, Man City give me 100 million for Bukayo Saka right now. Am I taking it? No,
I wouldn't take it. It's a lot of money, but for the player and how important he is to us, I don't think 100 million pounds worth it.
So Iga, you basically saying the next 4 to 5 years you will win the Champions League. I'm not saying we're gonna win it. I'm just saying if he stays and we win major trophies, it is a bigger accomplishment than if he leaves to go to City or Liverpool and sits on the bench and wins trophies. Let's just be honest, right? It's like the KD effect. If KD would have won it at OKC, it would have been much bigger than if when he went to Golden State and won it. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the comment section right now. Guys, we have 69 people in the chat, but we only have 30 likes. At least let's get it to 50. Come on, people.
Come
So
on,
yeah,
man. Bump it up, man.
Bump it up. Yeah. Let me just end the poll. Guess what? So the poll's in. The poll results are in. Guess what the poll results are? The question was, will Arsenal spend 180 million this summer? What do you think the poll results were? It was very close poll results also.
Well, let me guess. Well, they said no, innit?
They said no.
Yeah.
52% said no. 47% said yes. So 47% agree with me. 52% agree with you, Guapo, where we're not going to spend that money. So there you go.
No, bro, I didn't say we're not gonna spend it. I just said it. I just don't trust the owners. Yeah, right now. I'm not taking their word for it, but most likely, you don't know, they might spend it.
Yo, Tommy, there's music in the background. Yeah, that can't go on.
Right.
Did you turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me quickly. Do you believe Arsenal will spend 180 million in the summer?
No.
Why?
I don't trust Edu, bruv, with this money. I don't trust him, bruv. I don't trust Edu with this money because he's just gonna chat a lot of shit. This is why for me, bruv, I'm gonna buy Arsenal. Don't worry. I'm gonna tell Stan Kroenke, pay up, put your money where pay up or shut up. Give me Arsenal, mate. Give me Arsenal. I'll make us great again. I'll get Ten Hag. I'll get Overmars. Then yeah, we can all be happy. But yeah, Stan Kroenke has to pay up. So yeah. Nah, we're not gonna spend 180 million. Nah, no chance, bro. I don't see Eddie doing that bullshit, man. Like, nah, man.
I honestly do believe we're gonna spend a lot of money in the summer, but that type of money, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go, bro. Hold it down, Thomas. Thank you for coming on. Guapo, I'm gonna catch you on Twitter Spaces, bro. Just ending the video right now. Thank you.
Listen, Gal. Congrats on 10K, bro. Yeah.
Thank you very much, man. Really do appreciate it. Shout out to everyone in the comment section right now. We've come to the end of the video. I really do appreciate all the love and support from all you guys throughout this whole wonderful journey on YouTube. It's only been like a year and a half, and they're already at 10K subscribers. Soon come 15K, 20K. You never know. But right now, hopefully Arsenal can get back on track. Hopefully we can win top 4. And the better we are, the better it's going to be for me. But yeah, you guys already know what it is. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Big up Mr. Thompson in the house. And you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Shout out Thunder Road saying Egal 69 is your favorite number. You're funny, bro. But yeah, have a good one, guys. You already know what it is. The Kitty Gianni GTV. And we're out of here. Peace.